Hi everyone. So, the Microsoft announcement was yesterday. We now have a much better idea of what the launch features and functionality of Windows 10 is going to be. Now, it seems Microsoft are going to be striking across multiple device types, including Xbox, tablets, desktops, and smartphones as well. All of this all running Windows 10. One operating system across all devices, exactly as we expected, the unified architecture as it were. But Microsoft is going a step further. On the Xbox side of things, they've promised us that Windows 10 PC users will receive an extra boost from gaming. Now, I personally thought this might be a case that we'd be able to play Xbox One games on PC, and I was right. This is going to work in a very similar way to Nvidia's Shield streaming technology, the game stream technology. Essentially, you start the game on your Xbox One, you head over to your PC, fire up the Xbox Smart Glass app, and start playing the game on your PC. Now, in part this is really cool, but it's not quite the boon I was expecting for PC users. For starters, this is not really a way to reward PC gamers, but a way to sell more Xbox Ones. Essentially, Microsoft seems to be saying here, PC gaming we don't care about, but play it on Xbox One and stream it to your PC. Microsoft, this is not the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be treating both ecosystems, which are now one unified ecosystem, equally. And here all you're really doing is propping up the Xbox One still. What we really needed to see was some announcements related to gaming on PCs using the PC hardware and architecture, not streaming from an Xbox One. It's pretty lazy, and actually it's pretty basic really from what we know of this streaming technology and the fact that pretty much everyone else beat you to it. But let's leave that to one side for a moment, because what Microsoft have announced is this holographic system, holographic glasses for all intents and purposes. Now, this is potentially where PC gaming is going to take a massive, massive uplift. If you think that Oculus Rift provides that kind of 360-degree immersive gameplay, what Microsoft's Holo technology does is says the world around you is the game, essentially. Now, this is very, very similar to Google's Project Tango. Essentially, what Microsoft are doing is painting onto a front layer of glass on these glasses a display. Now, that display can be absolutely anything, and owing to the cameras built into the glasses, it can see the world and project information on top of it, including understanding where your hand gestures are. Very Kinect-ish. But really, what this actually means is a whole new classification of games, essentially augmented reality. And this is where we've kind of had a promise for a very, very long time since AR was first kind of bursting onto the market. But no one has ever actually taken it to a point where you could kind of use it for something practical. Microsoft does seem to be about to change that. This new technology looks very impressive. Certainly it appears to be more fully featured and well thought out than Google Glass or even Oculus Rift at this stage. Microsoft does seem to be at least a year ahead of these other devices coming into the market. But it all depends on when they launch it, and the price point is going to be absolutely crucial as well. If you think Oculus Rift is targeting a $199, $299 price point, Microsoft can't launch for any more than that. Likewise, when they do launch, they need a software suite available, games and apps that really demonstrate the principle of this new holographic technology. Now, the final thing to say is, I don't necessarily consider this to be holograms in the traditional sense, kind of thinking Princess Leia and R2-D2 here. It's not quite like that. What this really is two panes of glass, effectively. One pane of glass at the very front appears to have this essentially laser etched onto it in real time, and that's what gives us this kind of holographic, the display is hovering in front of us. Then there does seem to be another set of glass there, which I believe may be some kind of focal piece, essentially so you can always make sure the depth perception is correct. But it's very interesting technology, and I can't wait to see how Microsoft actually rolls this out. Some of the other features coming to Windows 10 include, well, basically rethinking what Windows 8 was and what Windows 7 is, and attempting to kind of merge those two elements together. and it certainly looks like they've done a pretty good job so far. A lot of the things we were complaining about during the technical preview have actually been fixed this time, including new features where necessary. If you go back to Windows 8, when Microsoft had its fingers in its ears and was simply going la 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 la, we're not listening, anything that was being suggested as being necessary to make Windows 8 usable for Windows 7 people was being ignored. This time round, essentially Microsoft is saying, please Windows 7 users, please Windows 8 users, all is forgiven, as it were. We don't hate you anymore, you were telling us the truth, and we're now fixing the operating system to make sure it is perfect for those users. When we throw into the mix the fact that Windows 7 users and Windows 8 users will be getting a free upgrade to Windows 10 if you upgrade within the first year, it's pretty clear that Microsoft is very, very focused right now on moving people off those old operating systems, even Windows 8, and into this new unified architecture, for obvious reasons. So what do you think? Were you impressed with what Microsoft announced, or were you a little disappointed? Do let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, you can pledge $1 a month on Patreon to help support the Androidizen, keeping us 100% independent. An honest opinion direct from the UK. If you pledge $1 a month, you'll be entered into our prize pool to win cool items from our review bag. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. We love to chat.